It was
helt anderledes ud.
Vise diplomat.
Is there one straight? Oh, sorry. So, thinking, what's his name? Say the girl. Lithuania, Hachu.
Lithuania, yes. Ah, yeah, I see.
Make a photo free, show your mobile if you want, guys. Don't be shy, don't be afraid.
Are you from
I'm from Romania.
Romania? Ce faci?
Bine, bine. Bine? Dar înțelegi, nu? Înțelegi? You understand, yeah?
No.
Ah.
So many friends from
Te
Poland.
pronounce quite good. Ce faci?
Thousand Romanian people here. Thousand.
They
Everybody.
are Ukrainian.
Yeah, I know. Everywhere. Where I work, everybody Romanian.
Ah, okay. You know that I love.
See virtual photography.
Раз, два, один, раз, два, один.
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
We're gonna start in 5 minutes, but we would need some people to help us hold the poster here. I would be really grateful for your help. And I see in 5 minutes.
І тікає від мене. Lietuviai? Lietuva tėvynė mūsų.
Palaukit, tai gal negrojat žemės?
Kur vytį pirkot?
Lietuvos šitam Karmėlavos oro uoste.
Labai gražus.
Brangokas, bet toks kokybiškas.
Kiek 15-20?
Žinokit, ne, auksinis 25 eurai.
Bet vis tiek gražus, labai gražus. Didelis.
Man dabar ta tapatybės krizė, ar aš tą pusėje atsipau.
Labai geras. Labai gražus.
Okej, dobra. Tak się nie tak. Jak mano kapo na to?
Maybe not as many as they could have been.
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Nice to see you all again. Just come closer. I'm not gonna bite you. And we're about to start. Just come closer. Everyone who's here to support Ukraine. I'm glad to see it's really little of us today. It's a bit disappointing. But I'm sure many more are coming. The weather is nice today. It's a bit chilly, but the sun is out. Come closer. Anyone, please come here to help us with the poster. Would be amazing. Thank you. Будь ласка, хто може, потримайте нам, будь ласка, постер, було б дуже добре. Нам би було б дуже помогли би. Нам треба 6 людей. Дякую. So let's start traditionally with our national anthem.
Згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці, запануємо ми, браття, у своїй сторонці, душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду.
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Давайте підходьте ближче до початку сходів, я не кусаюся, ви так далеко всі стоїте, підходимо. So everyone just come closer to the beginning of the steps. I'm not going to bite you and I don't think anyone will. Just before we begin today, as we can see there is performance back there and they are asking us not to be mindful of them and please do not lean on them and make sure you stay careful with those, I'm not sure how you call them, the boxes. Друзі, оці позаду, які нас стоять, такі структури, не нахиляйтеся на них. Вони нас дуже попросили, щоб ми з ними не сварилися. Давайте будемо з розумінням до того відноситися. Today is the 38 day of war. 30 days ago, Russia invaded Ukraine, and every day we are going through hell on earth. And I'm just seeing that much less people are coming to the protest, and it's really disappointing, guys, because the stuff is going now. It's much worse than it was 30 days ago. We need to be mindful of that. The situation which is going back there in Ukraine in this situation that keeps our hearts tense all the time, and we need to come here and we need to say back to Ukrainians. I'm going to start with really difficult topics today, but it's better to choose what's going back home. And I'm just going to remind at the beginning that we are having protests every Wednesday here at the Trafalgar Square from 6 to 8, and every Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 5. We are always here. Друзі, ми завжди тут, я перейду на українську на секунду, в середу з 6 вечора по 8 вечора і на вихідних з 2 по 5. Я попрошу всіх приходити і приходити з друзями, родинами і так далі, всіх дзвонити, попереджати про це, тому що я так зробила сьогодні зранку, я подзвонила до своїх друзів, подружок, я сказала, що якщо не вийде ми, то не вийде ніхто, і це правда. Ми мусимо взяти відповідальність на себе і стояти тут, хоча б на вихідних. Ми розуміємо, що всіх є справи, і так само і в мене, і вас, і робота, і навчання, в кожного свої, і сім'ї приїхали, але давайте свої сім'ї приводьте їх сюди, тому що ми мусимо всі стояти разом. Тому що слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Something really disturbing that's going back to Ukraine, and something that's world finally started talking about is the situation, the humanitarian crisis which is going on. But it's not about lack of food anymore, it's not about the lack of necessities, bombing of the houses. There's a real raping going on in Ukraine. There are many stories out there, the people are reading the Times, the Bloomberg News, many huge newspapers where they talk about how Russian soldiers are raping Ukrainian women. Raping Ukrainian women in front of their kids. Raping, not only one of them is raping one woman, there's a group raping of women going back in Ukraine in front of their kids. And this story went viral, and I think it's really a story that deserves to be told here over and over again. A few days ago, exactly a week ago, the story came out, I think on Monday, or a week ago. And the story happened in Mari, the city which is going through the hell on earth. A woman was raped by a group of Russian soldiers over a few days, if not the weeks. And then they took a knife and they cut her in front of the child. The child was 6 years old, and then his hair turned gray. Turned gray like after we have from the stress. And it's just one of many stories which are going back to Ukraine. And you know, it's really disturbing to me that no one talks about it here, about it. We're talking about many other things. We're talking for a week, we're talking about the slap that went of the Oscars, but no one is talking about the rapes, and no one is talking about the horror which is going back in Ukraine. Yes, on the Sunday, on the protest, I talk about the fact that the woman and the child managed to escape from Russian occupants because it gave them a bottle of vodka and a pack of cigarettes. And this is what's going back in Ukraine. And everyone is staying silent here, continuing to have a normal life, and I cannot say anything about it. But reading this horrific news makes me question who we are as a humanity if we don't stand up against this, if we don't stand up about the war which is going back in Ukraine. Who we are as a humanity. Something really sacrificing, a woman who gives the birth to a child, the woman who continues this planet to have people being raped all the time in front of the kids, who we are to not to stand up for those kids back in Ukraine who went through the horror. We have 70 kids here in London now who came back from Ukraine. 70 kids, and many of the kids are also being deported from Mariupol to many parts to western Ukraine and Lviv. When those people come to western part, the kids, they cannot talk. They are horrified, they are heartbroken, and this is what's going back here. And I think I'm going to own and I'm going to be talking about it all the time while I have this microphone here now. I'm going to hell on earth, and we need to stop this altogether. The people are starting to talk less about the war in Ukraine, but it's happening right now. The threat of this country has never disappeared. The threat of any other conflict in Ukraine has never disappeared. We've been silent in 2015. The UK, Europe, many countries, they just put some sanctions, some little. Now it's time to give the real ammunition. Now it's time to give a real arm to Ukraine and stand up for those who are standing back there with us in Ukraine. Let's do it all together. Let's come here every weekend and support Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!
I just want to check, скільки нас сьогодні друзі українці? Помагайте мені рукою і дайте звук. Скільки вас мають, so this is the people who waved, there were just people who are back from Ukraine. А тепер помагайте ті, в кого є друзі і родина в Україні. Now you see how many people here out here having a family and friends back in Ukraine. But it's not just about family and friends in Ukraine. From 24th of February, every single person Ukrainian is my family as well. Maybe extended, maybe the people I don't know. You know, we always have those cousins who we see once or twice in our lifetime, and we don't tend to see them that much often. This is now, for me in Ukraine, every single person who is dying my brother or my sister or someone from my family. Today in the morning before coming here, besides the fact that I was seeing those videos of people being telling the stories of how they've been raped, and it's not just women, so you know, many men are being raped by Russian soldiers back in Ukraine too. Besides the fact that they're being raped, they're also being killed. And if you would go to many cities that just came out of Russian occupation, you would see how many dead bodies are lying on the sides of the streets. And this is going back in Ukraine, and this is reality. This is 21st century. And we need to give up a few hours those weekends to come and stand with those who are standing for us. So let's stand with Ukraine! I want you guys, давайте, друзі, будемо настільки, підійдіть ближче, давайте, бо ми так розбилися, підійдіть до початку сходинок всім. Guys, just come closer, I'm not gonna ask you that. Друзі, якщо хтось з вас вже приїхав з України, я б дуже хотіла, щоб ви вийшли сюди і поділилися історією про це, як було тяжко. Я поможу вам з англійською, хто не говорить. If anyone wants to say a few words and came back from Ukraine, I would really appreciate you coming here and talking about what's going back in Ukraine. I was reading many articles before I came here because I owed to talk with you more today and tell you what's going on. Because I have the microphone and many people in Trafalgar Square hear me. We read news every day. We read what's going on every day, but we do not actually realize what is going back home. Kids, women and men are being killed, cities being bombed, cities are being like so there is a safari, you can go, the cities are empty, they have no electricity, they have no gas, and this is going in the center of Europe in the 21st century. There is little thing that can make a huge difference that we can do all together by coming here, by standing with Ukraine, and by telling your MPs to stand with Ukraine. So let's do it all together. I want you, when you're coming here, to have the energy, the positive energy that I have all the time, because you give me a massive energy, and I want you to feel this energy too. Друзі, ми приходимо сюди, щоб поділитися нашою енергією. Дехто з нас дуже сумний, декому з нас дуже тяжко. І повірте, мені не легше, ніж всім вам, але я хочу, щоб ми тут стояли всі в єдності, щоб ми тут стояли з одною ціллю, щоб наша Україна нарешті перемогла. О, в мене якась така дуже відзвучка. Щоб Україна нарешті перемогла. Давайте не допустимо помилок 2014 року і будемо всі стояти разом. Ми будемо! Let's call them to arm Ukraine, because let's do a bit of screaming so we can raise a bit of attention, because there was this one news article that I read today in Ukraine, and the president told to many journalists that this war is not about the negotiation. This war is not about talking with them. This war is about the fighting and giving up many of our pleasures, everyday pleasures, for the sake of independence of our country.